Hello, my name is Brooklyn Lindsey-Taylor, and this is my video for my Reslife application for year 2025 through 2026. So a challenge I anticipate seeing that I've already bared witness to in the 2024-2025 year is the growing rate of sicknesses and bearing witness to how that impacts our community's bodies and their capacities to do said actions, their capacities to engage in community events, and their ability to interact and curate community as a whole. Currently, there have been multiple COVID outbreaks throughout the building of Omicron class, as well as norovirus and whooping cough, and just witnessing that in my community members is a challenge I foresee heightening, especially given a lot of the changing political atmosphere and the change in the impacts that will have on our healthcare system throughout the whole United States. I plan to overcome this challenge by advocating for folks to wear masks and being able to provide masks, K95 mask, N95 mask if possible, and being able to offer education on how to protect yourself from airborne illness as well as any other illnesses and how they spread, but also just having many resources about the importance of masking, having resources on where they can get affordable masks. And this year, I've already printed out posters that share information on why I mask and why it's important that we mask together as a community to help ourselves and help our community members, and also links around my community to the Bellingham Mask Block, which I've also organized with, that distributes high quality masks for free to community members as well as COVID-19 tests. Another challenge I feel like I will bear witness to as a returning staff member is just the change in our community's ability to socialize and what socialization looks for them. I think as the years go on, we will see more individuals, more people who have done a lot of their community organizing, their community growth online, and that will have an impact on how people are able to socialize when it comes to face-to-face interactions. But as being an RA that was once in Pride Affinity housing and in Black Affinity housing this year, I've gotten a lot of experience just learning from others and bearing witness to what capacities they have and using that to mimic and monitor how I'm going to interact with them in ways that aren't abrasive and aren't challenging to them, but still allow me to show up how I can, but also allows them to show up how they best can and gives them the space to show up more and more as they get comfortable with me and my presence in their community. For this question, I think I want to play a similar role as to what I do now. I currently have a lot of energy, a lot of passion for civic engagement within our community members and within our staffs, and really advocating for that. And I hope to continue that advocacy work as my time goes on at this university. I think it's really important, and we have a lot of energy and potential, and there's a lot of local organizations that we can all plug into. And I think that's a very great position to be in, and I really enjoyed doing that. As a returner, I hope to gain more experience in helping people navigate conflict. I feel like with the changing presidential administration, we are going to be bearing witness to a lot of conflict. And I think our community and resolving conflict as a community is a great way to kind of resist these notions of individualism and separation that this presidential administration really thrives on. And I hope as an RA, I'm able to encourage collective care and collective growth within each other and navigating our communities and the challenges that arise. I think it's important to know that we all have different capacities, we all have different skills, and we all have different boundaries, but we each have an obligation to protect and maintain the boundaries and consent of our community members. And I think it's really important to grow that skill, and that's something that I really appreciate about this role, and it's something I want to grow more in. And I think it's really important for our community members to gain that skill of conflict navigation too, and knowing that just because a conflict arises does not mean that there has to be animosity that follows you and whoever you're in conflict conflict with, and really knowing and understanding that conflict it can be a really beautiful thing when we go about it in a way that shows care for all parts, and we go about it in a way that shows respect for every party involved, and all of their boundaries, their capacities are respected, and that's used to help us really combat any challenges and be able to really grow from conflict rather than divide because of conflict. Something else I really hope to learn and grow in is the power of grieving in community. I have really loved being in Black affinity housing this year and bearing witness to the collective grief we have, but us as a collective, as a community, really working to care for one another through that grief and having these really hard conversations, but still wanting to support one another through that. That has brought me so much joy, and I hope to continue to build those skills and really bear witness to the complex emotions that human beings have and really learn how to support and just really listen to people through those moments, because I don't have all the answers, and I don't think people come to me expecting me to have all the answers. I think they kind of just want someone to talk to. And I really appreciate having this role in community and being someone that people can just talk to, and just bearing witness to the complex emotions that people experience and have, especially as they're navigating university, as they're navigating their education, and as they navigate this changing social, political environment that we live in within the United States, especially as settlers within the Salish Sea.